Hi BookTube! I'm here today with my review of A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. I listened to the audiobook of this, which is narrated by Madeleine L'Engle. It was originally published in 1962. It's a children's science fiction classic. It's about three children who get kidnapped by these three strange ladies, dropped off on a strange planet to do battle with a strange creature. Lots of strangeness, lots of stuff. That's basically what it's about. Stuff. It's quite cliched but fast-paced read. I'm using the word cliched, but it may have been in the 1960s the first instances of these certain tropes and such happening, but in present day it's kind of tiring, personally. The only really good thing I have to say about this book is that it does incorporate a lot of science and philosophy for most of it, and then it just takes that and throws it out the window, like I kind of want to do with this book. I want to check it out the window. Yeah. Let's talk about why. First of all, the main character, her name's Meg. She's 12 or 13 years old, and she is annoying and whiny and self-absorbed, and I guess some kids are like that at that age, but I really didn't want to read about that. And then we have her brother. And while Meg is obviously short for Megan, we have to call her brother Charles Wallace. Even if his mother's referring to him, his sister's referring to him, in a time of dire need or affection, it's still Charles Wallace, which is annoying. He's one of the more interesting characters, unbelievable, because he's 5 years old and incredibly intelligent and independent, and his mother has no problem with him going off and visiting strange ladies in the woods at all hours of the night. Yeah, and he disappears halfway through the story, so like the main redeeming factor of the book kind of disappears. I do like that it tackles some of the bigger issues, quantum physics, philosophy. I'll show you, like here they talk about wormhole travel, kind of explain it there. And it's not talking down to kids. But then at some points she says, oh, these things are beyond comprehension, and just leaves it at that. Doesn't explain it, just kind of just says that. Or it's this plain lazy writing, like, these creatures are something like a horse, but at the same time completely unlike a horse. That's an exact quote from this book. So what are they then? If they're like a horse but completely not like a horse, then are they like bipedal instead of quadrupedal? Are they, you know, tall and huge or miniature? Like what? What? Don't just describe them like that. That's ridiculous. My main problem, again, with this is I have very strong opinions on parenting and how children should be raised, and I really don't like the listen to your parents because they're your parents reasoning. And for a book that's supposed to promote critical thinking, it doesn't address that issue in regards to parenting. It's like, you have to listen to your father, even though he's obviously wrong, because he's your father. Yeah. Every other regard, aside from when they're talking about science and philosophy, they do talk down to children, in my opinion. And it's full of cliched ideas, such as blind people see more than people who can see. And just kind of these broad, kind of meaningless statements. It deals with the notion that humans are stupider than other races just by being human. You know, these other races are vastly more intelligent just because they're from another planet and are another species. Listen to your parents. Those kind of cliches that just drove me crazy throughout it. You have hypocrisy throughout the novel. You have this main character, Meg, female character, young female. Her parents are both scientists. Her mother it's said repeatedly that she's this great scientist. She's really intelligent, but she stays at home and cooks and cleans. While her husband goes off on this grand adventure and disappears, and she's still like, oh, you know what, I gotta make a stew. Like, your husband's gone, your children are all over the place, and you're just like, oh, I'm a happy mother, let's cook and clean. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, science, math, philosophy are all just like, yeah, let's do it, they're good, but guess who the bad guy is? The bad guy is a brain, which is where all those things happen. You know? It's like, what are you trying to tell kids? Like, use your brain, but the brain is evil at the same time. And then there's parts where it's very pro-individual. There's a planet, okay? There's a planet where everybody's the same. They look the same, they dress the same, they do the same thing at the same time, right? And that's bad. And it's very clear that that's bad in the book. But it quells any rebellion from the children. One of the kids starts to question something of like, nope, your father says so, listen to your father. And that's good. In the book it makes it clear that's very good. So this book is full of hypocrisy and lazy writing, whiny, annoying characters that have no redemptive qualities, and cliches left, right, and center that don't mean anything, that aren't explored. And, I'm not going to read this book to my children, because I don't want my children to end up like that, and be whiny, annoying children who don't know what to think without being told directly by adults. Yeah. So, that's it. That's it. Not going to continue the series. Gonna check it out the window. I missed the window because I'm not a good shot, and the window's closed, so that wouldn't have been effective anyways. But yeah, it's not a good book. What else can I say? Let me know what you thought about this book. If you disagree with me, because I know quite a few people really enjoy this book, let's talk about some of the issues that I had with it and see if you can change my mind. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with another review.